May I invite Chairman of Dubai Cricket Council, Mr. Abdul Rahman Falaknaz, Vice Chairman of Dubai Cricket Council, Mr. Mohammad Rada Abbas, Mr. Shyam Bhatia, our guest of honor, Mr. Kapil Dev, to come to the podium and take their seats. Mr. Kapil Dev, Mr. Falaknaz, Mr. Rada Abbas, Mr. Shyam Bhatia, can I please invite you to the podium, please? His Excellency M.K. Lokesh, Indian Ambassador, His Excellency Mr. Omar Abba, Ambassador of South Africa, Consulate General of Sri Lanka, Mr. Abdur Rahim, Guest of Honor, Mr. Kapil Dev, Chairman of Dubai Cricket Council, Mr. Abdul Rahman Falaknaz, Vice Chairman of Dubai Cricket Council, Mohammad Rada Abbas, sponsor of today's function, an ardent cricket supporter in Dubai, Mr. Shyam Bhatia, regional council members, special guests, Kanakshi Bhai, who has come all the way from Oman, Mohammad Dada Bhai, who has come from Bahrain, all our dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me welcome you all to the 12th Shyam Bhatia Annual UAE Awards Ceremony. This awards function was instituted in 1998 to honor outstanding performances by local cricketers playing in the senior division of the Dubai Cricket Council run tournaments with cash awards. It then grew in size and stature to encompass the cricket played in 4 emirates of the UAE, that is Ajman, Abu Dhabi, Dubai and Sharjah. And we also added new categories to reward the junior division, inter-school cricketers, and last year we added the best women cricketer of the UAE. To date, about 200,000 dirhams have been given away as cash awards to local cricketers who have been fortunate to receive their trophies from cricket legends like Sunil Gavaskar, Imran Khan, Ravi Shastri, Wasim Akram, Ian Chappell, Michael Holding, and Andrew Flintoff, and Clive Lloyd, all who have been captains of their teams except Michael Holding. Today we have one more legend who will be doing the honors, and that is the ever popular Kapil Dev Nikhanj. Please give him a big hand. Let me refresh your memories a little bit about the cricket played by Kapil Dev. Bear with me for a couple of minutes. Kapil Dev Ramlal Nikhanj was born on 6 January 1959 in Chandigarh and represented Haryana at the age of 16 years and 10 months in 1975. And he had an impressive debut against Punjab, bagging 6 wickets, and he carried on with good performances until the 1978-79 season, when he was rewarded by being picked for the Irani Trophy on the back of good performances in the Ranji Trophy, bagging 23 wickets in 4 matches. In 1979-80 season, Kapil scored his highest score of 193 runs against a strong Delhi side and played a major role when Haryana won the Ranji Trophy in 1990-91 season. He made his test debut against Pakistan in Faisalabad in Pakistan on 16th October 1978, and Sadiq Mohammed was his first wicket. Kapil made his maiden test 100 against West Indies at Firozshah Kotla, making 126 runs in 124 balls. Kapil's debut as captain of India was before the World Cup, when Sunil Gavaskar was rested for the Sri Lanka tour in 1982. He again went on to lead India against West Indies in 1983, and in that series, India won their solitary one-day international match against the formidable West Indies team. And that provided a lot of boost and confidence to the Indian side for future matches against West Indies. You will be surprised to know that until 1983, India had only won a solitary win in the World Cup, and that also against East Africa in 1975. I'm sure most of you are not aware of this. But in the 1983 World Cup edition, India beat West Indies by 34 runs in the first game to hand them their first ever defeat in the World Cup. Until then, they were unbeaten in the World Cup. The game against Zimbabwe on 18 June on Neville Ground at Royal Turnbridge Wells was the most challenging one for India as the side was tottering at 17 for 5 until Kapil Dev put up a valiant batting effort, scoring an unbeaten 175 runs, putting on 60 with Roger Binney, 62 with Madan Lal and 126 with Syed Kirmani. And it took India to 266 for 8, and India bowled out Zimbabwe for 235 to win by 31 runs. If we hadn't won that game, there would have never been a World Cup win for us. That was the most important match for India in that World Cup. India then went on to beat England in the semi-finals and then had to take on the mighty West Indies once again in the finals. India scored 183 runs, with Shrikant top scoring with 38. West Indies were cruising at 57 for 2, with Vivian Richards smashing the Indian attack to all parts of the ground. Maybe his aggressive approach brought about his downfall as he miscued a pull of the bowling of Madan Lal, and Kapil Dev, fielding at short mid-wicket, ran about 20 yards and took a stunning catch to silence the West Indies supporters. Mohinder then polished off the tail and India won the ICC World Cup in 1983 with 43 runs. Not bad for a team which started off as 1:100 favourites to win the World Cup. Now we fast forward, coming to 2011. This World Cup has seen exceptional success for the Asian teams as India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka and even Bangladesh performed creditably, with India, Pakistan and Sri Lanka reaching the last 4. For India, D-Day finally arrived on 2nd April 2011, and 28 years after our first World Cup win, a youth icon in Mahendra Singh Dhoni and his Daredevils won the same World Cup for India and did us all proud. But let us not forget Kapil Dev and Kapil Dev's Devils, who won India the first World Cup on 9 June 1983, which gave Indian cricket a huge moral boost, created self-belief, and laid the platform for all the successes that India has seen to date. Let me welcome Kapil Dev and request our chairman, Mr. Abdul Rahman Falaknaz, to present a memento to Kapil Dev on behalf of Dubai Cricket Council and Shyam Bhatia. May I invite Mr. Kapil Dev to present a memento to Mr. Shyam Bhatia.